Okay, Monday morning, kettlebell day. So over the weekend was running, quite fast running. So I'm just following a program on my Garmin watch, so I'm not quite sure what it's going to throw at me. But it was fast running. So on Saturday, I believe there was, included, it was there were 3 8-minute sections where you had to run fast for 8 minutes to stretch, and on Sunday there were 2 400-metre hills. Yeah, that's mixed in with all the other running. Those are the hard pace parts. Okay, so yeah, I mean it wasn't terribly difficult in terms of exhausting me. Hard work, but not terrible. Okay, so today we're back on the kettlebells, clean and press front squat, and it's the ladder work again. So Mondays is always the ladder work. So it goes, well last Monday it went 1, 2, 3, 4. So this week, week 4, which is the hardest week, so this is the culmination of it. So in reality it's a 4-week program followed by a week deload. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to miss a deload out altogether. Just do the 4-week program, that's the meat and potatoes of it. So this is week 4, this is the hard week. So this Monday, the ladder is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives you 15 reps. So that's 15 on 2 movements, that's 30 reps. So if I go through 3 times, that's 90 reps. Okay, so 90 reps is as many as I've ever done on the hard day, which is Friday. So yeah, I think I'm going to do, I'm setting my timer to 1 minute 05, and that gives me, what? If I do 30 sets at 1 minute 05, that's 29.5 minutes. So well in keeping with the 30-minute idea, 30-minute guideline every session. So every session is fitting into 30 minutes, or there, might be 29.5, it might be 30.5, but very, very close to 30 minutes. So yeah, I've done a little bit of warming up, so just finish off a little bit of warming up. So this is a 16 kilo bell, wet through, being outside. Okay. I'll just squat with it. Okay, that's 16 kilo. Now my hands are wet through. Okay, these are dry. So I'll do a 20 kilo squat. Okay. So, as always, on this ladder work, where I've got where it kicks off with a pair of ones, I will do the clean and press and the squat together. I'll wait for the next beat now. So yeah, yesterday running, Saturday running, so not too far, but some hard paces involved. So Saturday there were three intervals of 8 minutes each, and on Sunday there were 2 400-metre hill runs. So obviously that's impacting on the leg work, but hopefully not too badly. So yeah, I think this is going to be, this is going to be the culmination of the programme, week 4. So these numbers are probably going to be the more important ones because I want to beat these over time. So after this kettlebell stuff, probably going to do some chins as well. Probably I'm going to do some chins and dips, and I'm going to try and narrow it down. So okay, here we go anyway. Okay. So what I've been doing so far is do the kettlebell stuff, and then I'm thinking, oh, I'll do a bit of this, I'll do a bit of that, I'll do a bit of this, I'll do a bit of that, and been a bit all over the place, which is not bad. But I think I'm going to narrow it down to chins and dips going forward. So, not too many moving parts. Clean and press, front squat, chins and dips, running. Okay, we'll do that for the next 4 weeks, at least. 4 weeks. Okay, so now we're on 2. Move, Clee, come on. One of the reasons why I'm not really interested in doing the week 5 deload and test is because I've tweaked this program myself, and I'm not using one set of weights. So in the original, you just go, everything's done with a pair of 20s or whatever weight that you've established. But the way that I've done it is I've used the 20s for when the reps are fairly high, and the 24s when the reps are fairly low. So there's not much point in testing my reps out, because I'm not going to stick to one pair of bells. So I'm just going to take the meat and potatoes of the 4-week program, run that over and over until it stops working, which it will do, obviously. Nothing goes on to infinity. Everything comes to an end. Another limitation I've got, which I can get over somewhat, but a limitation I've got is I've only got a pair of 24s. So once this program becomes easy with 24s, I'm a bit stuck, but I'm thinking use a weighted vest. That'll take me further. 3. So eventually a weighted vest will come into play. And it's just a case of upping the density. In other words, cutting back on the rest. Now, how far I can get with that, I don't know until I do it. I'll try it. Okay. So 3 squats coming up, yeah? What's next? 4 squats. Then we're on the big one, the 5s. Go on, go inside. Right, so now, new territory, pair of 5s. Take my breath. So this is going to be hard. Okay, but that wasn't bad at all. It's the squats that get me. It's a massive weakness if you think about it. My squats should easily be better than the clean and press. But keep saying the same thing. It's a run-in. So any progress on squat front is good. You know, since I'm running 4 times a week. Okay, 5 squats, this is the one. Yeah. Try to keep it good rhythm, carbon copy reps. But yeah, that's it. That's one ladder down all the way through. It's giving me 30 reps. Whew. So I'm pretty confident, seems alright to get 90, so 90 is a good target. Those are the ones. When you think about it, there's loads of ways to progress this. You know, I could do the ones together, then I could do the 2s together at some point. But let's see how it goes. But I'm consistently looking for some ways to, you know, increment the difficulty slightly. So over time, it's going harder. In other words, progressive. I think if you do it, if as long as it's progressive in some way over time, you know, it's definitely working. Nice and warmed up. I've actually got some some new thermal leggings. These that I'm wearing, thermal. It's also a gamble when you buy these things on the internet. And I got these from Alibaba website, and you know, it's also a good guess of what size to buy. You know, it's all this stuff that is sort of like, you know, manufactured in China or whatever, or shipped out from China, whatever it is, I don't know, made in China. You know, their sizing is just so alien. What's this, 2 squats? So I thought, you know, from previous experience, buy 2XL. So 2XL, I thought, okay, maybe it's too big, I don't know. But no, so this is, you know, what I'm wearing is Chinese 2XL. And it's tight enough, definitely tight. It's on the tight side, but I can feel the warmth. Yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, outside running, some nice thermals, who knows, put them on the night before, warm in bed. Okay, 3s. But yeah, you know, for sure, benefit of hindsight, I would have gone for 3XL. It just seems so weird because, like, you know, in my mind, 3XL, you're talking about, you know, massive. So, how these, you know, how it works in China, I don't know, you know. I definitely would think that they're, you know, on average they're slimmer than we are in the West. I'll say that's a factor. No, there are fat people in China though, you know, it's same as everywhere else. Okay, so what's this? This is 3 squats, is it? Yep. Yeah, apparently obesity in China has rocketed. So I've got no idea. Yeah. What size the really obese have to order? Yeah. How high up does it go? How many X's can you have? As I say, these are 2XL. Okay, we're on the 4, so it's on the hard bit again. Approaching it again. Okay, not bad. I can see the beauty of auto-regulation, you know, no timer. So then, when you get to the top of the ladder, you can rest longer between these 4s and the 5s. And then cut the rest when it's easier. But, swings and roundabouts really. You know, with the timer, you don't have to worry about it. You know what you're doing. It's no thought process. Okay, so 4 squats. Okay, so we're at the peak, 5s. So, last time I found the clean and press not so bad. Yep, done it. Okay, so this is what I really find the difficulty, the 5 squats. So I think, probably in weeks to come, when I do these ladders, this sort of workout, I'll be doing some of the reps with 24 kilos and some of the reps with 20. So there's so many ways to progress it, and I will do. 5 reps. Are we actually doing the squat? Your mind's focused on the technique. Breathe right, move right. But as soon as you stop, then it just hits you. The deficit. But anyway, okay, a pair of ones first. But anyway, that's 2/3 gone. So we're on the last ladder. Feels alright so far-ish. It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? I mean, this method, get a peak, get a bit of relief. So, on the other two, so this is the only day that I use the ladders, Monday. So Wednesday and Friday, you just got different rep counts. So every set is the same. Either loads of sets of 2, 3. What's this one? 2. So last Monday, I went through 4 ladders of 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gave me 80 reps. and the timing was actually 30 minutes and 30 seconds, so I just went slightly over 30 minutes. So this time, this is going to be slightly under the 30 minutes, and I'll get 90 reps. So from Monday to Monday, that's an improvement. I think that's the best way to look at it. So keep the days all separate. They're all different tasks. Okay, 2 squats. But I've definitely got a big sweat on. Hopefully due to my thermals. Thermal leggings. So hopefully they work. So what's next? 3s. Yep. This is alright, 3s. But yeah, I can definitely see these thermal leggings being on overnight in this cold winter time. Okay, getting there. Three squats. Yeah, I'm going to try. I think next time I do this, all my cleans and presses will be the 24s. So the next 4 weeks, I'm going to do all the clean and presses with 24s. And obviously you've got to have a lot of patience to do these sort of like routines, but they work. Okay, that's just 3 squats. As I always say, it's all a game of compromise, it's all swings and roundabouts. The more you concentrate on one thing, the less you're dedicating to everything else. Okay, so we're looking for sets of 4 on the clean and press. So we're now on the hard bit, but this is the last bit. So it's 4 sets to finish. 4 hard sets. Okay, not the worst, not the worst. So 4 squats. Oh, yeah, I've got a real dab on. Four squats. Okay, so grand finale, pair of fives. I've done it. So sit down. I'm going to narrow the focus, narrow the laser again. So after this, after kettlebells, chins and dips, that's it. So I'm letting go of all the other stuff, laterals and abs and press ups, and I'm just going to do chins and dips. This is 5, isn't it? This is it. And finally, and it is definitely the hardest at the end, 5 squats. Five squats, finish. Okay, done it. Good stuff. So 90 reps, ladders of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's compare that to, so week 1. Week 1 that I did this, so this is week 4. Week 1, I started off with ladders of 1, 2, 3, and I did 5 rounds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. So 5, 12 is 60, isn't it? So I did 60, and that was on the minute. Okay, I've just done 90. So that's a fair increment, isn't it? Now obviously when I started off, I wasn't really aware of what I could do, or how to progress this thing. So just looking at only on the Mondays, so it went. First it was 60, then it was 72, and then it was 80, and now it's 90. That's just the Monday progression, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so all that's done, and as I said, I'm going to do a chin and dip ladder. Not ladder. Supersets. Chins and dips, supersets. I might do a ladder in fact. We'll see. Okay, I'll do a quick reveal. I don't know why, because I don't think anything's really moving on this front. Oh, I can't get my shirt off, it's so wet. I'm going to change my shirt anyway. Oh. Okay, I don't know. slightly, not much. Just stop starting the dating all the time. Yeah, and I think, Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, no way any date is going to see Christmas through. But what I can do, or what anybody can do, is, damage control, I suppose. But it will come to Christmas, and I will be as bad as anyone else with the beer and Quality Street and puddings and God knows what. The actual Christmas dinner's pretty good, actually. I think it's a good bodybuilding meal. A load of turkey, vegetables, potatoes. You can't go wrong with that. That's acceptable. I'd eat that every day if I could. If I could. But it's all the other stuff that goes with it, isn't it? It's all mindset, really. It's all, you get into the mindset that, you should not be miserable around Christmas. You need to be, doing extraordinary things that you can't normally do, and that makes Christmas. Which is fair enough, I suppose, but it's probably not what the vast majority of people in modern day society need. Maybe in days gone by it made a lot more sense. It's some way to get through, the misery of the working class condition, let's say. But now the working class condition is somewhat different. It's still miserable, but in a different way. So it's not, you might not die of starvation, but you could easily die of, I don't know, boredom. Everybody's still doing stuff they don't want to do. Yeah. I mean, same as exercise work. How many people would like to do it, but just haven't got the time and energy because they're doing stuff that they don't want to do. And you think about it, how necessary is looking after your health. It is number one, isn't it? You see all these people, I don't know, I've done it myself I've seen it myself anyway, working in factories or whatever, and they're all outside having a smoke and that. You're thinking, that money that you made from working in that factory, it doesn't really compare to your lungs and heart. But I suppose one you get today, and the other's a bill you have to pay a long way from today, until it comes. Anyway, so chins and dips, let's do it. Talking rubbish again. Talking rubbish gets me through this. Chins and dips. Okay, so I'm going to do it outside, in the horrible, horrible outside. It's pretty disgusting, but I've got my thermals on. Yeah. Thermal leggings, can't go wrong. I've got my long sleeves, my thermals. Let's do a few chins and dips. Not sure how I'm going to do this. Make it up as I go along. But so obviously, after doing that load of kettlebell work, that's made a deep inroad into any capacity to do chins and dips, let's say. So these are running on fatigue. Let's have a look. Okay. I'll kick off with dips, I think. So I'm just going to do sets of 5. fives on the dips and 3s on the chins. Yeah, try that. And obviously 5 dips should go pretty easily, but eventually it'll wear me down. So you don't have to hit failure on the first set. Not sure how to place it. I'll have to keep moving it. Yeah, simple as that. 5s and 3s I'm going to go for. Oh, but I'll go for a 1 minute timer as well. Change the timer to 1 minute. Imam, where are you? There you go. So it takes a few seconds to kick in. Oh. Wish I had a big gym. So basically everything just piled up and I have to sort of like create a space every time I, you know, for every different workout. Even 5 was quite hard. I'm pretty exhausted from the other stuff, but I'll just finish it off. But I think, you know, the thinking being, if you consider clean and press and front squat, you know, you're not hitting a lot of chest and you're not hitting a lot of back. So just 3 reps. I say you don't have to go all out on the first set. But believe me, it won't take long for 3 reps to be too many. So, think about the clean and press front squat. You are hitting the biceps quite hard on the clean, I believe anyway, and you're also hitting the upper chest quite hard on the press. And I would say possibly the clean you're hitting the upper back to a certain extent. Okay, 5. But I think doing this additional work at the end, sort of like you get a lot of benefit for the time. Yeah. So you're sort of like, you know, filling the gaps quite nicely. The only thing that I would say is probably something that I'm worried about, calves. So that's about it really, calves. So I'm not quite sure if it might be a good idea to do a bit of calf work after runs. I'm not sure yet. I'll think about it. It's just injury prevention. It's purely for running. You know, I do worry about my calves when I'm running. You know, I've got a theory that, you know, more or less, well, you know, I could be wrong obviously, I've got a, you know, suspicion that as regards running, you more or less have got to go through the, you know, the calf wars. You know, you are going to get those, you know, quite harsh injuries and strains. But so long as you don't push it too bad, you don't kill yourself or snap a tendon or whatever, you know, you do actually bounce back stronger. So, yeah, you know, obviously you have to be, you know, be cautious, really be cautious. But I would imagine, you know, good guess now, you know, and it's, you know, I've known quite a few people. It's pretty inevitable that you're going to come, you know, you're going to get something in running that feels at that moment in time like an injury, and it takes you out of the game for a while. But are you gonna walk away, or are you gonna give it another shot? You know, I've always valued running. Some, it might, you know, for right or wrong, I always see running as being sort of like top dog cardio, and a form of life insurance. Could be wrong. You know, I've done cycling, I've done rowing, and I find, you know, cycling. What's the disadvantages of cycling? Well, first of all, on the road, not the safest place to be. Messing about with the bike, you know, maybe you've got to clean it up. It's got to be operating. The weather. You know, plenty of times when the weather is too bad for cycling, but you can run. You know, when it's icy and all the rest of it. Icy, snowing. You know, when it's very cold weather, it's pretty cold on a bike, I find. You know, obviously you've got the wind chill. Yeah, you can dress up, you can put on, you know, I wear some sort of you know, headgear to protect my ears. But with running, I always find that, you know, it doesn't take long to warm up nicely. Usually. And it's just enjoyable. I just find, you know, I can't quantify it. I find it running, you know, if I want to get the heart rate high as, you know, sky high, if I want to go fast, you know, I can easily regulate it. But with biking, I find I can't. Biking, it tends to be, I find it very, very difficult to get into zone 5 heart rate on a bike, you know, no matter what I do. That's probably my fault, but I find biking, it's sort of like, it's good for fairly easy, long, easy efforts. The rowing machine, I think it's fantastic, but it's so boring. That's my thought anyway. I mean, 10 minutes seems to go by relatively fast running on the bike as compared to the rower. You know, I think CrossFit have got the right idea with well, it depends, doesn't it? So that's a bit of a big statement there, but to the extent that CrossFit use short intervals on some of these cardio pieces, you know, so you're doing pretty hard efforts for short periods of time. That makes a lot more sense to me for these rowing machines, you know, indoor bicycle. It doesn't take long for me to get bored of doing half-hour efforts on a rowing machine. I can do it, and I think they're great. You know, there's so many other benefits of a rowing machine. You know, the impact is very low. You're taking a lot of the stress off the legs, putting it on the upper body, so you're distributing the stress. So you're not destroying your squat so much. But sitting down thinking, oh, I've got to do this goddamn awful rowing machine for half an hour. Nah, no fun at all. Doable, but not my first option. Good when it's really bad weather, so it's a backup. Well, for example, this chin and dip stuff, for some reason it appeals to me. I don't know why, I can't explain it very well. You know, it just feels like honest training. You know, you're moving your body. Yeah, you're not trying to pose off with massive weights. Yeah, you're not sandbagging it with easy weights. You know, there's something everybody can relate to. Chins and dips, press-ups maybe, but chins and press-ups I find okay. You know, I'm not saying I'm any good at press-ups. I'm not, but they're relatively easy. So you're struggling to load them up. To if you want to sort of like get high-end strength, if you want to be under 10 reps, let's say. The chins and dips. Yeah, you can. Such a simple thing to set up. I've not even got a chin up there. You can see it's just a handle. So I just attach the handle to a rafter, easy peasy, nothing to it. But even if you go for a doorway chin up there, they're dirt cheap. Yeah, and it's a big hard movement. Lots of muscles involved. Lots of showy, good-looking muscles. And you feel quite cool doing it. What do I mean? For example, if you go into a public gym, you're banging away at these massively heavy squats and deadlifts. There's a certain embarrassment factor about it. You're likely the only one that's doing it. Yeah, obviously some people might think, oh, that makes me a great superhero, but there's probably a reason why you're the only one that's doing it, and it's not a good one. Yeah. great when you're in the proper atmosphere for it, no doubt about it. You know, so I trained in a powerlifting gym, that was great. Powerlifting competition's great, not going to knock it. Five, just got 5. But I think any endeavour where you're seriously moving away from the norm, let's say, how to express this? You know, anything where you're seriously abnormal. You know, for example, sumo wrestler. I don't know. Yeah, you see those really skinny marathon runners, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a factor there that weighs in your mind that, you know, you're moving away from society. But yeah, might be exaggerating a bit, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. Two. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a day after the next 2 sets. That's something to beat. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, go on. I'll call it a day after the next 2 sets. So I've done 8. I've done 8. Well, I will do 9 sets of dips and 9 sets of chins. So probably next time I'll get 10s, but I'm going to leave it at that for today. Oh, 4. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started out, you know, late teens, and you know, like most people I imagine at that point in time, you know, your first contact with bodybuilding, and I think, you know, it's hard to say, but I think I looked at these bodybuilders and thought, you know, some of them looked all right, some of them looked extremely freaky, and you know, my thought was not really, you know, I want to look like, you know, Bertil Fox or whatever. Not really. You know, I don't know. You know, that, you know, if I could have easily, I probably would have took it actually. That's it. Done, dusted. Yeah. So 8 sets. No, sorry. 8 sets of 5, 1 set of 4 on the dips, 7 sets of 3 and 2 sets of 2 on the chins. That's on an E1. Yeah, that's a good start. Definitely not bad at all for that. It's a good start. I've obviously been doing, you know, chins and dips on and off all the way through. But this particular protocol after the kettlebells. So after the kettlebells, that's what I'm trying to emphasise. But yeah. You know, I think when I started out, you know, somebody told me, okay, you know, within a couple of years you're going to look like Bertil Fox or whatever. You know, Tom Platz, you know, these massive, you know, they've got some freaky development. You know, most people have probably heard of Tom Platz and his, you know, legs. You know, and we can all sort of like look at it from afar and think about, wow, wonder what it's like to have legs like that. But would you really want to have them? Really? Would you want to live like that? Yeah, some people will definitely say yes. So, you know, it's not so clear cut. You know, so you can't just ridicule it and as if it was something, you know, clear cut. But personally, no, I don't think so. What I'm trying to say, all the, you know, for the last 5 minutes or so is, anything that goes way beyond societal norms, you know, everyday normal living, you know, I think it's got its downside. I think psychologically it's very hard to sustain. And there's probably a good reason that, you know, that most of us, you know, stay within the limits of normality. Yeah. And I think you know, that feeds into the discussion on you know, doing this as a natural and doing this on drugs, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, you know, everybody wants to be sort of like, you know, a superstar, but you know, when you actually look at what it takes, is it worth it? I doubt it. Okay, anyway, I'm happy with that today so far. So, you know, just my world, you know, fit over 60, yeah, and you're not going to get any, you know, there's not going to be any world records broken, but I'm happy with that today. Okay, see ya.